Sorry about that, folks. I had a great intro, too. That's a shame. Here we are. We're back. It's the 8th annual Smash TV Easy Percent Tournament. I am Tapatio J, trying to come back, struggling to come back for this 4th matchup in our quadruple header tonight. We got the 22 ranked JPop4Life. We have the number 15th ranked ETGoHAM. We got the rookie versus the old vet coming back after a couple years. So it's a big one right here. We'll get our runners counted down. Sorry for the delay right there. I totally thought I was speaking for the last minute and a half. That hurt. All right, here we go. Both these runners are going to be getting their stuff set up. We're going to see that usual good old Razor Shield manip. I know I've seen JPop4Life being excited about that new orb manipulation. I'm interested to see if they're going to go for it. ETGoHAM, I don't know if they're aware of it. We'll see how these liners strategize here. Both runners no problem getting that Razor Shield. J-Pop definitely, yeah, it looks like losing a lot of it, staying on that upper quadrant. Let's see on these early drops if it all shakes out. ET gonna get the whole shot at about that 41. Just a little bit after will be JPop4Life with about a 42. Let's see how it goes. And there you go. JPop4Life kind of inched their way over there, made sure they had the ability to clear the lane, then gets the Razor after, both with an Orb and Razor. So there you go. RNG just shaking out right there. ETGoHAM getting the same stuff and actually getting the rockets. We'll be able to clear this room very nicely. The shoes will help with a little bit of speed getting to things here. So going to be a real nice room. Yep, that's sub 80 on the board, and there you go for ETGoHAM, getting it out at 119, a 122, 123 for JPop4Life. So only a few seconds off right there. As we go to Eat My Shrapnel, you know it, you love it. 18 Mr. Shrapnel to be taken out, as well as you have some foot soldiers you need to take care of as well. Main thing, you want to be sure if you don't have an orb, you get an orb in this room. Otherwise, pretty easy going. Especially if you have the Razor like ETGoHAM does have the rockets as well, so that'll do it real nicely. But as you can see, J-Pop not having an issue either, able to use that orb that's easy, well enough to keep this room in check. Able to get the rockets too, so that's very nice. J-Pop is going to have full clip of rockets. Not too far behind is a 4-bar clip of rockets for ETGoHAM. Razor to start, though, for ETGoHAM. That's a big drop right there. That'll help you really hold this room. Spreader as well, both having the spreader, but that Razor Shield is going to be real nice. Pretty much guarantees you'll have a good run through, comfortable run anyways, through Total Carnage. Nuke on the feet for JPop4Life. Unfortunately, that's going to waste just a little bit of time. Does give you a little bit of breathing room, but then the spawns. But does get the Razor Shield as well, so both kind of even sitting here, and not too shabby. The weapon drops maybe a little bit more in ET's favor, but here we go. That rocket up in the quarter, J-Pop is just gonna ignore it. You hate to ignore rockets, but probably a smart move there, and phenomenal times. Both getting in under sub 3 minutes into the bonus room. It's our last product placement. Oh, Taco Bell. Product placement with Taco Bell. Get yourself a Baja Blast and one of those, like, crispy tacos. That's pretty much the same thing, but they repackage it. And probably trying to upcharge for it. But here you go, into tank trouble. Spreader, rockets, phenomenal first shot from JPop4Life. Spreader not too shabby either, will really help you deal with the foot soldiers. It does some decent damage to ETGoHAM. It's getting a little away though, some nice dancing though, keeping it alive. Oh, that's some tough stuff, and ET able to get to that smart bomb. Very smart bomb by ETGoHAM, able to keep that center of the room. But JPop4Life doing very well with the drops here. That rocket really helps. Rockets for ETGoHAM's side, not too shabby. J-Pop having to escape down to the corner, can't blame you there. And here we go. My God, these times 405, 407. These two are flying. We have real PB potential here. If Mutoid shakes out. Rockets, unfortunate orb drop there for ETGoHAM. Does get both the gunners down though. Rockets for JPop2 is able to get their gunners. And, oh, while grabbing, apparently there was a lobber there. JPop getting that ball buster. This is going to be good damage. There's already one arm pop for JPop4Life. Lobbers for ETGoHAM is going to be able to probably get one arm here. It's about a form down though. Yeah, it's gonna be two arms for JPop4Life. That's one arm for ETGoHAM. So about a form ahead. Grenades to lobbers. Advantage lobbers for JPop4Life. Landing some good shots too. Keeping Mutoid steady right there. Nicely done. Lobbers again. That's some big damage. ET getting the lobbers as well. ET gonna want to see a spreader. Does see a spreader. Doesn't die for it though. Going manual. Let's see these manuals. But does die, but that gets a great one as long as he doesn't back up. Oh, Mutoid allows it. Not a great position right here. Will get this probably down. Close. Does get some great manual. Final form. Won't be able to get the lobbers after getting run over. It was a little too late though. JPop, nicely done. Getting that consistent damage. Got some grenades in there, I believe, at the end. Is able to take game one there. Phenomenal. 545 from JPop4Life. Nicely done there. You'll take that in a race any day. ET, you know, that's one of those ones you don't feel that terribly about getting a 6:02 in a race, almost a 6:03. That's a pretty phenomenal time. But wow, they both just had great entry into Mutoid Man right there. And there we go, game one. JPop4Life looking to move on to that lower bracket round 5 into that those quarterfinals down there. And just to remind you, as we are getting more of the brackets revealed, this will be a great matchup. You've already seen who will be facing off if they win this series. A Stigma fan will face off against the winner of here, JPop4Life and ETGoHAM. That will be another phenomenal series right there. Like, we're getting both of these runners set up, timed up. The countdown's happening. Here we go. Who do you think? Game 2. We're going into it. JPop4Life, ETGoHAM. If it's anything like that first run, I mean, we're talking very close on these two runners here. I'm expecting some good stuff. This should be a good one. Game number 2. Here we are. The manipulation opportunity. JPop probably going to be going for it. ET letting it hang to RNG. Just trying to get those good firing lanes, staying center, traditional, as we do, and really a phenomenal time. Gets the smart bomb, didn't need it. And we'll be out of there. A phenomenal 39, mid 39 or so. 41 for JPop. I think JPop got it successfully. It looks pretty good as far as the orb manipulation. Or I am completely wrong. Gets the invulnerability, unfortunately, and it goes to ETGoHAM. ET getting the orb instead, getting a spreader as well. So yeah, easy going for ET here. You love to see that early orb drop. Invulnerability will help you a little bit in this room. Rockets on ET side, so that'll be another phenomenal 120, 121. Pretty phenomenal time right there. JPop having to avoid the smart bomb until the last moment. Great timing on that by JPop. Able to kind of salvage a little bit of time by using that smart bomb in a very smart way. But there we go, JPop getting it. First drop in Eat My Shrapnel, doing a good job getting the early clear, getting the early shrapnel here. Shouldn't have much of a problem, so won't lose any more time. It seemed in my shrapnel here. It'll kind of clear this up, looking for the drop. Both of them are. Spreader, that'll do a little something for JPop here. ET gonna clear out sub 205. Very nice time right here into total carnage. Ooh, a little close with that orb rotation right there for ET. Able to get it done though. First drop key is not gonna do it though. First drop invulnerability isn't gonna do it either for JPop, especially when it's in that terrible position right there. Grenade for ET, that's not gonna do it. Invulnerability again, JPop will pick it up, but where's the good stuff? Spreader in a terrible position. ET's still gonna go for it. Can't really blame. It's great. You know, it is good area damage that you do right there. You kind of hit a lot of stuff just kind of spraying in the vicinity, so it works out for the spreader, I suppose. But yeah, no drops to write home about. Just as I say that, there's the rockets for JPop. Probably not even gonna bother with this razor shield, honestly. Yeah, you're already good to go. ET gonna ignore the spreader up in the corner. Not a great position right there. Both to get that sub or 305-ish entry into the bonus room. Very close. Here we go again. Tank trouble. What's that first drop going to be? Very big for these runners. You get a kind of a bad drop in a bad position, especially if you get grenades on the feet or something that could really destroy you. JPop having to go into a very awkward position to get that spreader. ET getting a spreader, not nearly as awkward a position, but there's the razors, there's the rocket. JPop going to be able to clear out those gunners. ET doing some dancing, staying alive, and getting the smart bomb. That'll be able to get back to center. So a little different way to go about it. They both were able to get back though, and there's the rockets for ET side, so it kind of evens it up a little bit on the drops. Oh, but there we go. JPop getting the rockets as well, getting the last remnants of that razor shield. Gonna have 2 bars. They're gonna be able to do some work against the swirl, against the gunners. And we're talking about sub 420 times. Phenomenal by these 2 runners right here, going into Mutoid Man. Rockets for JPop, doing work. Gets that. Does not go immediately for the spreader. Gonna test that manual. ET, I think even with the vibration right there by Mutoid Man getting that ball buster, very impressive right there. Chest pop for JPop though. That's big, and that's a great death. It's gonna be able to get this as long as it's not blocked, and not. There we go. That's a chest pop. That is very close to foul form. Some nice manuals from JPop. Just some great spread shots in general right here. And now the lobbers. Lobbers worked out well in the previous race. Let's see. Landing nicely, hitting that front left corner for JPop. Uses the spreader. It should get it done, I think. Yep, and that's enough damage right there. JPop, another phenomenal time. Look at this back-to-back. These runs are phenomenal from JPop. 535? 6. Wow. This is, oh, watch out for JPop in the lower bracket. Yo, you're putting on these runs. Oh, you could take out anybody with these runs right now. This is phenomenal stuff. This little sip out the mug, feeling good about it. JPop goes up 2-0. .538 on the boards. A PB in a race, you'll always take that. ET really not doing too much badly. Maybe some drops here and there. And probably this time isn't going to be that bad, you know, in general speaking. You're talking about a highish 630 time. Not the worst thing ever as far as races are concerned, but you know, it's going that way. I guess the 640. So yeah, here we go. I mean, the early drops, I suppose, went ET's way, got that early orb. Some great stuff in Tank Trouble from JPop, I think, was the beginning of it for sure. And then, yeah, that Mutoid, there was some fantastic stuff in that Mutoid fight. Really pulled ahead. And so here we go into getting these guys set up for game number 3 right here. This is a best of 5. So JPop gonna have a few opportunities potentially to take this set. ET's gonna have to win 3 in a row, as we like to say around here, and I know boy Bryce Wolf likes to say, you can't win 3 at once. You gotta get them one at a time here. So it's just gonna come down. ETGoHAM, can they take a game, get this to a game 4, or is JPop looking for the sweep, get out of here quick, and be able to take that quarterfinals match against Sigma Fan? Here we go, game number 3. Who you got, folks? Starting out, of course, we're seeing the differences in the shots as we've described before. I'm not too sure about this one for JPop, but does get that nuke. The timing, 52,000, puts up the 3.
Good luck.
See that on the player cam right there. And yeah, just knows they got it. Looking for that same strategy, just kind of a little stutter step up into that corner. Razor and Rockets on ET side, so a little Vitamin R, a little malt going right now for ETGoHAM. Gonna keep you afloat in this room to just fine. Was looking to probably time up that smart bomb, I think. Just barely missed it. I don't think it would have got it anyways. JPop with the earlier entry. 125 for ETGoHAM, so just a few seconds here between the two. Key for ETGoHAM, so that's not what you want to see off the bat. Is able to get to the shrapnel, is able to get the orb here in an early drop, so a little bit of time may be lost, but even back up are the two. ET able to get some rockets that'll help you a little bit out in this room. We'll probably be able to conserve the ammo. Maybe he's going to be able to carry some rockets into the next one. I don't think JPop will have the luxury. Is getting in there, though, at a 2:03, phenomenal time. 2:05-ish for ETGoHAM into Total Carnage. Invulnerability, that'll help JPop not have to worry about those shrapnel right there. Smart bomb, ET was kind of thinking about that, but it was a lot of foot soldiers, I think, in the way right there. Just ignores it. There's a razor shield for JPop, so sitting a little bit prettier here. But there we go. Rockets for ET. That'll help this out a lot. More rockets for ET. We'll be able to really go ham on these corridors here, these shooting lanes. Razor, though, JPop4Life, gonna be, yeah, again, sitting pretty, not too bad, not too worried. Invulnerability, just gonna kind of ignore that for the time being. Yeah, really just sticks to the firing lanes. Phenomenal. 256 getting out is JPop. ET having a foot soldier, kind of getting around right there, but a 301, not too shabby. Keeps that orb alive. Again, what's that early drop? I think really pivotal in this run right now. You get that early nice drop. We've seen some good ones for these runners. Let's see what it serves up this time. JPop first to see it and take trouble. Get the shoe. That's not what you want to see. And a shoe for ETGoHAM. I've spoken into existence. The drops are not happening now. But nice lanes right here. JPop able to make it happen. And there's the rockets. There's the good drops. And more rockets for JPop. ET able to get back, get down to that smart bomb. Nice usage right there. Not getting much after that, though. Gets a dude and some invulnerability. But JPop has been clearing it out. Had some smart bombs right there. More rockets. Going to be clearing this out. This is another phenomenal time. 407. Oh, and ETGoHAM loses the orb right there. It's kind of toward the end of the room, but that's going to give up a little bit more time. Gets a replacement. Can keep this thing alive. Has to retreat to the corner, but about the end of the room. A spreader on JPop's side. Gets a little late. Is wanting to get rid of those gunners. Gonna focus, actually, just take care. Gets the ball buzz first. Does get it. Gets a little manual there before getting run over. Let's see it on ET's side. Invulnerability, that won't do anything for you. Probably just gonna take some gunners here and then probably go for this orb. Ooh, spreader for JPop. Let's see this manual. Doing all right, not too bad. Grenades on ETGoHAM side. Gets an arm pop, so about 2 forms ahead, a form and a half. Actually, no, definitely 2 forms ahead here is JPop, maybe even 3. Yeah, close. Lobbers on JPop's side. Lobbers on ET's side. There's another spreader. JPop, if it's not blocked, this could be the nail in the coffin right here. Gets the head pop. Gets down. Oh, gets sabotaged, but still gets some decent, actually gets some transfer damage. Gets the final form here. The chest pop for ETGoHAM, but these shots, some lobs missing a bit. That won't do for JPop. It's going to have to be a lot of empty drops. I think the rockets will do for JPop right here. And that will wrap it up. JPop4Life, 3 sub-6 times to take it. 3-0. The Rookie of the Year moves on into our lower bracket quarterfinals. 5:55 is the final time right there. Phenomenal stuff. We'll be facing off against Sigma Fan in those quarterfinals. But a hell of a run. A hell of a, ETGoHAM, not bad on these races by any means. Nothing to sneeze at. Some of these times, these could take some races otherwise. JPop was on fire, though. Played it well and closed it out right there. Great stuff from JPop4Life.